Coming up next, a woman who claims to be able to see into the future.
She is Irish visionary and healer, Mary Malone. And she's going to be making some predictions right here in our studio today. She's also going to be taking your telephone calls. If you have a question for Mary, give us a call. Here's the telephone number, 570-1010. We'll be right back with Mary Malone.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Hunt. 10 Friends brings together the young and the young at heart to share experiences, become friends, and bring out the best in each other. And whether it's Jack and the Beanstalk or King Arthur, these children have discovered the hidden treasures of a good book, and these seniors have given their friends the precious gift of wisdom. 10 Friends, bridging the generation gap one friendship at a time.
10 Friends, another way San Diego's 10 is putting children first every day.
If you're entitled to Medicare and join Health Net Seniority Plus, this is what your monthly health plan premium will be. $0, which is exactly what you'll pay for hospital services. $0, and that's just what you'll pay to see your doctor. $0. Speaking of which, we have a network of over 14,000 private practice plan physicians. Phone 1-800-557-6565. Health Net Seniority Plus.
I'll never go back to denture paste or powders.
Here's why. C-Bond Denture Adhesive. 2 powerful adhesives in a soft micro-thin seal bonds dentures to your gums, can hold comfortably all day. No mess, easy to remove.
You'll never go back.
C-Bond.
Does your scalp itch so bad you wish you could shampoo anytime? Try Scalpicin, a clear liquid you can use anytime and don't wash away like shampoo. It has a medicine for deep scalp itch these dandruff shampoos don't have.
Scalpicin, stop that itch.
Hey, I got second. No, man, you play right. Deep right.
Can't be your best. Lucky helps you to be your best with these Kellogg cereals, now on Key Buy. And visit our dairy department for the freshest products for your good breakfast.
Can't be your best. You can't be your best if you don't eat a good breakfast.
Kellogg's and Lucky, helping you to be your best each day.
Children's 10-Mobile will provide free infant immunizations this Saturday at Children's Hospital. Children's 10-Mobile, another way we're putting children first every day.
She calls herself an Irish visionary and healer, and she is in the middle of a world tour taking a little time out.
Mary Malone is famous for her predictions and psychic abilities, and she is here today to demonstrate some of her powers. We have actually gotten to know Mary over the years. You have been here, not on this program, but on many of our other programs.
On Channel 10. I have been on with about 12 times, 10 to 12 times on here. Yes, but I've never been with you, Jack.
Do you have anything in the vision in the future right now that we should know about, perhaps in the field of politics or even medicine?
I don't go into the politics side of it, no. Okay. I now and again I do see things that would come up in a day or two in the news, but I try and keep away from that. There is new medicine that is going to come out for cancer. Oh. Now, I have been told about this about 3 years ago. And it's a voice that's within my head, and it's not always there. You never know when it's going to come. But a couple of days ago, I got it for AIDS. And now this was 3, 4 o'clock in the morning when I got that. When I woke out of my sleep, and I seen it as plain as anything, what was going to cure that was very simple, and it looked like a leaf to me, like as if they were boiling a leaf. But when I woke up, I had lost it. So it's not going to happen yet, but it will in the near future. I would say when I get visions like that, 2 or 3 years, no longer than that.
Wow. Mary, you seem to be an optimist. It seems that your visions are on the positive side for us and our future.
Try, yeah. Well, I have this since I was a child. I'm not a psychic. I never learned about it. When I was a child of 2, the children from the other side played with me, and being an innocent kid, of course, you think everybody has that, so you don't make a big deal about it.
We have a caller on the line, Tony from Tierra Santa, and he has a question for you. Tony, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Tony.
Good morning. What is my job and economic future going to be like?
Have you been trying to get into a new job for a while?
Yes.
Yes, it's very hard, isn't it, to break in there?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to give you about 8 weeks. 8 weeks, and things are going to change for you, and they'll change with victory. You have a great 1996 coming up, but it has been a struggle, and I can see where the struggle, it wasn't the time, you were ahead of yourself there.
Yes, I am.
But everything will be fine, don't worry, keep to the positive side. Don't program anything negative and you'll be fine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, love, God bless you.
From Imperial Beach, we have Susan on the line. Hi, go ahead with Mary.
Hi, Adrian. Hi, Jack. How are you this morning?
Good.
Oh, good.
How are you, love?
Ms. Malone, hi.
Yes, how are you? I'm Mary.
How are you?
Yeah.
Oh, good. My question is that I've had a back problem for many years, and I wonder if I'm ever going to see the end of it in the end of the pain.
I can. Is your left leg a little bit shorter, or are you lamed? You a bit
Yes,
lamed?
my legs are bent.
That's right. I can see you walking away from me. You'll have, I would say, maybe another year. I am a healer before I'm anything else. And if you would drop me a line, I'll put you in my healing list. And with the grace of God, you will be healed.
Oh, thank you
Okay,
so much.
love.
This has been a 4-year ordeal.
That left side of you, you know, it's very higgledy-piggledy, as they say in Ireland.
Will I have to have surgery?
You might, but that's why I want you to write to me as soon as you can before I leave here. And I'll put you in my healing list. There'll be a lot of people praying for you as well.
All right, we have time for one more call, Mary. We have Holly from Del Mar. Holly, go ahead.
Hi, Mary.
Hello, Holly.
I'm in a long-distance relationship, and I was just wondering what you if it has
It's all opened up, isn't it?
Excuse me?
It's all opened up, that door for you.
Yeah.
And you're just, at times you're not really sure what's going to happen there.
Right.
You'll have to have patience. I'm going to give you June or July when things will change, that you'll be more positive with the relationship.
Okay.
Just have patience.
Okay, thank
darling?
you.
God bless you.
All right, Mary Malone, we should point out to our viewers, if you didn't have a chance to call through, you do private consultations.
I do a lot.
Just call us on the 10 and Touch line and we'll give you the number and how to get a hold of Mary. You're here pausing to refresh before you continue your world tour?
Next week we're off.
All right.
Yes, and it'll be our 13th time around the
So
world.
if someone needs to get a hold of you, they can now?
Yes,
All right.
5 days.
Mary Malone, thank you for joining us again.
God bless you.
All right, thank you.
I got to ask you some private questions when we hit the commercial here.
A visionary, not a psychic. We want to make that clear.
Still ahead, winter comes early to the eastern United States.
Leon Smitherman is going to join us with the aftermath of that storm. That's when the 10 News Midday continues.
This month, be a part of music history with the Beatles Anthology on San Diego's 10. Drop by your nearest DOW Dow stereo video store for your Beatles trivia contest form and a chance to fly off to London and Liverpool on British Airways. Provided by Ranch & Coast Travel. Plus, look and listen to 10 News Nightcast and KBEST 95 to win more great prizes. The Beatles Anthology on ABC and the Beatles Dream Vacation on us. All from DOW Dow, KBEST 95, and San Diego's 10.
At Pet People, we understand
that pets are people too.
We're here to help you find the right product for your pet.
You can count on us for everyday low prices. We'll even take competitors' coupons.
We're located right next to your favorite grocery store.
And our stores are always neat and spotless. Whoops, sorry, Spotty.
We give sound advice. So trust us, your best friends do.
We're Pet People. We're your best friend's best friend.
This is the half-face of a 35-year-old woman and the visible effects of time. This is the half-face of a 35-year-old woman after use of Ethicin. Incredibly, it's the same face. Ethicin is a new scientifically proven skin treatment. If what you see here hasn't convinced you, ask your dermatologist or pharmacist about Ethicin. Put Ethicin to the test. Seeing is believing.
To buy Ethicin now, call 1-800-611-6373. It's here, and it's full of super values, super savings, super coupons. You'll find it all in the coupon directory from San Diego's 10. Don't forget to take advantage of these incredible savings. The coupon directory is filled with fabulous coupons and valuable information. Clip the coupons and save on food, home furnishings, retail. Learn about healthcare services and much more. Don't miss out on these fantastic savings for you and your family. Cash in today. The coupon directory from San Diego's 10.
Here we are. You know, we're having a hard time thinking about weather because lunch is coming up in just a moment. You don't want to go away. Sean is really, I think he's now coming up with the most appetizing smells to make us crazy.
And he's done it today.
Yes.
He's really cooking with
the drool.
The aromatic
yes.
senses.
It's winter. You want those hearty things.
Popping here. Well, when I did the last weathercast, I was just walking around behind the cameras to come sit down, and he threw something in the skillet and all this smoke, and it just hit me. I almost fell over. It was so.
Are you hungry?
That was wine that he put in there.
Was that what that was?
That's what it was.
Possibly the reason I could have fallen over. Good morning, everybody. We've got a good-looking day in store for you here in San Diego. Nice, very mild, pleasant, easy-going weather. I'll tell you what, I'd like to take you out to Auburn, Maine, though, where calm weather is certainly not something they have seen a lot of over the weekend. This is some of the damage that was caused by a fairly significant storm system that moved out of Quebec and then through Auburn. Look at this wind damage, wind gusts in excess of 60 miles an hour. These are straight line winds that caused these trees to go down. Roofs were damaged, and some of them were actually blowing off houses. And you can see, look at that. Mother Nature just takes that big old pine tree, bang, snaps it like a toothpick. For us in San Diego, no problems out there whatsoever. We do have a little bit of an upper level low just off the coast here. It looks like over the next 24 hours it's going to begin to shift to the east and pass through San Diego County. That will spread some high clouds. It will also deepen our marine layer, and that could cause just a little bit of light drizzle in the morning hours. But a big ridge of high pressure building into the west, that's going to keep things fairly high and consistent for us through the rest of the week and into the next weekend with some warmer temperatures on the way. Daytime highs across the west. Billings today up to about 57 degrees. Check out Denver, 58. They saw temperatures down into the 30s. Now they're rebounding out into the upper 50s to low 60s. Just a roller coaster of weather for the Mile High City. 62 degrees for Salt Lake City this afternoon. Some cold air, actually Arctic air, moving out of the north. Places like Twin Falls, Minnesota today, 12 degrees below zero. That was their air temperature, not the wind chill factor, just an air temperature for an overnight low. All this Arctic air pushing down to the south will continue to keep things a little bit unsettled. A few lake effect snow flurries around the eastern Great Lakes. But to the west, again, the high pressure keeps things relatively mild. Now, you have the partly cloudy symbol up there for Tuesday and Wednesday. Daytime highs right around 70 degrees. That's as that low pressure passes through. Look for a deepening marine layer, causing in the night and morning low clouds and fog, and then we will begin to see some partial clearing by the afternoon. But the high should really build back in Wednesday afternoon into Thursday and Friday, bringing us mostly sunny conditions and fairly pleasant temperatures. I'm keeping it on the pessimistic side right now into the low 70s. We could pop those up another couple of degrees towards the end of the week, but by Thursday or Friday, I'll be feeling in a better mood and then crank those temperatures up too.
Maybe Sean will feed you. You'll get a little nicer.
I always get happy when I get fed.
Okay. Sean Stiles, by the way, is cooking up something very special in the studio this morning. We're happy to report.
We are going to give you Sean's recipe for one-pot beef stroganoff. All that when the 10 News Midday continues.
I'm Bix. Join me as we focus on wine. I'm in Hopland, California today with Dennis Martin of Fetzer Vineyards. And Dennis, you were telling me that there's actually a very narrow window of opportunity in which to pick wine grapes.
That's right, Doug. We're out in the vineyard at this time every year checking the sugar of our grapes so that we can be sure that we're getting the optimum maturity of the grapes so we can provide the best quality wine for the consumer. We happen to be in a Chardonnay vineyard this morning.
And how do you actually test for the sugar in the grape?
Well, I've got a refract here, and I just kind of dip it down there in the juice after I've crushed them up in this bag. Hold it up to the light. There's a little gauge in there that tells me it's at 23% sugar. Here, take a peek.
23, that's right.
And 23, Doug, is what we like to see in our Chardonnay for optimum flavor and aroma in our wines. I think it's going to be a great harvest this year. In fact, I think we'll start picking today.
The Wine News Network has been brought to you by Lucky and Save-On.
This is what goes into good wine. This is what goes with good wine. And this is what goes on good wine. The award ribbons of the California State Fair Wine Competition. You'll find them at Lucky on over 90 fine wines, all at low, Lucky prices. If you're looking for something to go with dinner, don't just choose a wine. Choose a winner.
At Thrifty Drugs and Payless drugstores, we make sure that none of your prescription medication results in complications. That's why our computer automatically checks your new prescription for harmful drug interactions and makes it possible for you to refill your prescription at over 1,000 Thrifty or Payless drugstores. We even make payment less complicated because Thrifty and Payless accept over 1,400 healthcare coverage plans. It's all part of the Thrifty and Payless pharma system because we take your medicine as seriously as you do.
As we have been telling you, something smells awfully good here in our studio this morning, and that can only mean that Sean Stiles is cooking once again.
Or a Renaissance man trying to make us fat. This time he's making beef stroganoff without making a big mess. Nice to know. Show us how that's done, Sean. Hi.
You know, Adrian, the trick to keeping things not messy is trying to keep them in one pot. And what we're going to do here, actually we're going to use two pots, one to cook the noodles and one for all the beef stroganoff. And what's nice about this is it's low fat. So let me just show you the three basic ingredients and tell you why it's going to be low fat. What we've got here is some beef, and we're using a lower cut or lower grade cut of beef. You can see how grainy it is, and I'm going to show you how to make that much more tender than it is. We've got some onions and lots of mushrooms, and the mushrooms are going to kind of replace the beef that we don't have in this. Let me just show you how to cut this now. I've got this meat set up over here, and what you want to do is you take the meat, cut it at an angle like this as opposed to up and down like that. So what you'll do is you'll come across the grain of the meat, and then this will actually make it more tender. You can see that this cut of meat is not the best one, but once we cut it across the grain like that, it's going to make it a lot more tender. Now from here, we're going to take our beef, and we're going to put it in a little bit of flour, salt, and pepper and toss it. And this is how we're going to get away from not having to put cream into the beef stroganoff. Cream is what you would normally use to thicken it up. We'll go ahead and toss that around. It's been seasoned with a little salt and pepper. And this would be put into a saute pan or a black skillet like this. Now this has already been sauteed with the onions, and the beef has been lightly browned. Now we'll just throw in our mushrooms. And we really don't need to cook these very much. We just really want to kind of get them down into the pan. We want to get some of the drippings up onto the mushrooms themselves. Now cook this on a medium-high heat. At this point, we're going to put in about a half a cup of red dry wine, and then about a half to 3/4 of a cup of beef stock or beef bouillon. Go ahead and let this simmer for about 3 to 5 minutes. Now it'll start to thicken up. As it does, at that point you want to add about 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Now you don't have to use Grey Poupon, any type of Dijon. And this will start to thicken up. Now as this thickens up, you can start to add some salt and pepper to it to make the seasoning that you like. Why don't we go to the address on the screen while I plate this up for you, and you can see what it looks like. The address for this is, of course, Sean's Recipes, Box 85347, San Diego, California, 92186, and put stroganoff on that, and we'll drop that in the mail to you. And this is what you'd want to serve it up with. And of course, what would stroganoff be without a little bit of sour cream? Of course, we're using the non-fat. And then just top that off with a little bit of parsley. That is a quick and easy meal for the gang after they come home from shopping, or the kids come in from playing football on a cool night here in San Diego. There you go. 1 pot beef stroganoff, and it's low fat.
And pretty easy to make, too.
Yeah, it's very simple. You keep it all in that 1 pot, and everything comes out, and it cooks up in about 15 minutes. Noodles, meat, everything.
We're weeping here. Just short stops. Just bring the plate over here, please. Up next, $1 million houseboat goes on the auction block.
And see why the Taj Mahal of Sausalito is under new ownership today. We'll be back with those stories.
So Oprah, you gotta hook him up with a woman.
Your favorite TV stars match up their most eligible employees.
Gary is tall, handsome.
He really needs to be fixed up.
Jay Leno.
Always depend on Mr. Leno for some... That's right.
Superman.
Here she is. This is the one.
And even the nanny and I take a shot at playing Cupid. Did not do good. I did really good. Plus, a Baywatch mystery date.
I gotcha.
Celebrity matchmakers.
Isn't that cute?
Next Oprah.
The Oprah Winfrey Show, this afternoon at 4.
You know, Jerome sells more furniture than anyone in San Diego by far. That's because our customers know they get service, an incredible selection, and more value for their money. At Jerome's, you'll find over 100 different living room groups, over 50 bedroom sets, and over 60 different ways you can dine, and a huge inventory so you can have it right away. And no one else gives you our double the difference price guarantee. 41 years ago, my dad said, "You gotta give them what they want." And you know what? He was right.